Anyways,
I wish that was
hello
recorded.
everybody. Welcome back to Adventures of Avacia, Heavenless, session 25. I apologize for the long absence. It was not meant to be this long. I just accidentally got sick last week, but I'm back now, and I'm better. And so are the rest of these guys. Kind of. But regardless, we're going to move on to the main map, where I have our glorious dark mode, title card as requested by that anonymous viewer so many years ago.
Years? Hey, yo.
It feels like years at this point. But regardless, we're back. We're here to have fun. I know we might be losing some people mid-session, but that's okay. We're going to do our best to make sure we grind as much screen time out of them as we can.
Call them out in the comments right now. Don't let them have an inch. Tell them they are failures and that they should never leave in the middle of a session ever again. Thank you.
I don't name names, and then now that person is like less likely to say something that it's them.
I have no idea. I'm sorry. I just threw whoever.
I'm gonna make a scene. I'm gonna make it a big deal.
Don't actually do that. If you didn't know, I wasn't kidding. Haha.
All right. Regardless, so it's been a long time. Our viewers need a refresher. Luckily for our viewers, it's everybody's favorite time of week, or favorite odd-numbered session. Owen, unless anybody else would like to challenge your reign over the odd-numbered weeks, would you like to give?
I did last week.
You did do last week. You mean several weeks ago?
You know
Last session.
what I mean.
Actually, it wasn't last week.
I'm just gonna eat my salmon in peace while you guys work this out.
I'm eating my lemon bar.
The
You guys are
floor's
doing this
yours.
from my gluten-free lemon bars. All right, let's calm
Over
down.
their ears.
Smoked Atlantic
In front of my
salmon.
salad?
There he is. How's it going?
Regardless.
I thought you were eating a sandwich, not a salad.
Yes.
Yeah,
Anyways.
I was. It's a meme.
Egg salad, both. Okay, so we're going session 24. Norbury in recover. So we started off. Everyone's still recovering from the exploding god thing. You know, a pile of bodies and treasure is still there. Sagoon takes complete advantage that it's still there. Just starts rooting through stuff. Good for him. Lorelei has managed to run off, gather all the other militia soldiers and like any orcs that are still left or whatever. Sam and Irene survived thanks to Lorelei's intervention. So we're everybody's good. Marl is on the ground, tired, hurting, just struggling. The Orcish champions confirm to us, to Oryx, that the two figures that we ended up interacting with were the people who just kind of showed up and manipulated them into all of this. The one dressed in purple was the prophet. The one in white was the smith. The one giving them all the weapons. So Oryx manages to convince the High Orcs to offer a hand in rebuilding Norbury. We have to see if Norbury will accept that, though. Morrow calls in the Royal Guards to let them know everything's been handled. But that doesn't stop Arthur Beariron from recruiting 2 adventurers from the guild to come aid the efforts. So they show up a bit later. Right after we found a bunch of stuff in the offerings pile that we were allowed to keep. An oil lamp is one of the things. Dwell identifies it as a djinn lamp, a lamp for a djinn. It's empty though, meaning it's either escaped or it's just the thing hasn't been caught yet. So that was one of the more important things of note. Arthur shows up with those two adventurers, Amanda Hawkins She's called the Railgun, and Charyak, who is the Unstoppable Force. That's fun. The manacle that the chieftain had on its wrist to summon this thing has now latched onto Dwell's left wrist, so now she has a manacle on her right and left wrists. Talking to the champions again, the Orcish champions, they tell us it was a sacred artifact that gave him the ability to puppet smaller corruptors that he found in a dungeon, so that's interesting. Heading back to Norbury, Chariak and Amanda see the state of the guild branch, see the state of sorry about that. See the state of our good buddy Anamano. They do not like the state that they see it in. So, they go off to deal with the Union branch because they are, they're the ones responsible, really. And Leonard joins in. Leonard joins in with yapping off to the Union guys. And it gets to the point where Leonard charges his weapon aura and levels the Union, the Union branch out there.
Leonard did
and the
not
mayor.
do that.
Leonard doesn't. Why did I say Leonard did? Whoops. Hold on.
It was the big Goliath guy, right?
Yep.
I wrote the wrong name then. The Goliath guy is Chariak, yes?
Yes. Chariok.
Okay. Wrote the wrong name. Whoops. Anyways, the Union branch in Norbury is now gone. Whoopsie daisies. Okay. As everybody else heads back to the guild branch, Dwell sticks around, investigate what's going on with the Union branch in regards to the meteor. Get some more interactions with whatever spooky Yuki figure, the Shade, whatever, on her shoulder. Get some more interactions between them. The Shade thing wants her to get rid of any obstacles in her way. Her magic was taken once, but it can no longer be taken away. And it ends off with Dwell getting upset, getting angry because it basically says Lazuli may also be an obstacle because she's a waste of potential. Okay, whoops. Dwell's angry now. No big surprise. More chatting before the A-rank adventurers leave. Talk about weapon aura, what went down with the Mages Union, that kind of stuff. Before we finish off, heading over to the mayor's office, where we get our payment. So we were promised 100 gold. We instead are paid 500 gold. Pretty good. We're given a good selection of gems, including a shard of this magic meteorite, a nice fancy bottle of whiskey, and a deed allowing us to purchase land in Norbury. The bottle of whiskey is specifically a Doltuar brewed whiskey from her personal collection, so it's it's pretty good, pretty good. Get some more just interactions here or there before we leave. Oryx speaks with Rokuo. Arthur Beariron is a Norbury native, I think was insinuated. So that's fun. We head on back. We tag on to Arthur as he teleports back to the capital, and we gather our stuff together and just chill out now. We've accomplished two big jobs in quick succession, so now we just want to kick back a little bit. Sagoon, Oryx, and Ariax just go exploring a bit more. They want to check out the Colosseum. There's an event going on, Battleship Day, where they flood the entire arena to use as a naval battleground. Dwell heads over to the Mages Union to hand Lazuli a letter that she got from the mayor of Norbury. Everybody else is terrified because Lazuli's not in a very good mood because of what happened. And it all culminates with Lazuli basically saying, "Hey, don't come around here for a bit. Lay low. We don't want to rouse suspicion from the guild and Goheen and all that kind of stuff. I'm going off to do my own thing. You do your own thing. Just, take some time, relax. And then we ended it off with the start of the end of year Spring Harvest Festival, or beginning of year, is one or the other. It's at the pivotal point between one year and the next. I don't know if you call that the end of the year or the beginning of the year, but whatever. Everybody just gets to chill out, hang out. Bo goes play some pop gun games, wins a pouch, which is a very interesting, it's got compass features and communication features and stuff. It's and a gun, a cool looking gun. Well, is just chatting with her shade again, because that's her favorite pastime, it seems, talking to this shade and getting upset because of it. Some stuff gets revealed. When she dies, the shade and the power from the gift or whatever gets pushed to the next person. And it ends off with the shade throwing shade at her and convincing her to pick up a hobby. Florist was put on the table. She didn't accept it though she does buy some flowers to be sent to her mom. Sagoon's gambling. No big surprise there. It's kind of... He hits it big for a while, and then very last moment he loses everything. Oops. Ariax nearly gets scammed buying churros, and then he goes to a fortune teller lady, and the fortune's bad. Frankly, it's a terrifying fortune, but hey, at least it's fun. Or it will be fun. I don't, and the fortune teller also tells him about Sagoon's horrendous gambling tactics, so he goes to go deal with that. Lorelei, copious amounts of junk food, boardwalk fries, bunch of, we left this child unsupervised. Marl goes over to a smith, places a commission for an anchor, and Oryx heads to Mr. Wee Tuit's clothier to get some new digs, and that's the ending. That's where we ended off, or at least that's where my notes ended off.
Unless anyone else has any other notes to give, go ahead and take a D8 of inspiration. Also, I did not know if chat heard that, but okay.
Probably not.
But I will note that, James, did you see the weapon or the new toy that Bo won in D&D Beyond?
Yes, I did. But it's not popping up in my actions for some reason.
It's because it's not quote unquote a weapon. I'll fix that later, but at the current moment, it's just something that you can do because it's weird. I have to make it into a spell, not a weapon. It seems. But just remember that you can do that.
Yep. And then is the other thing that you gave me in is that an actual item that I can put in my inventory too?
Remind me which item.
The pouch.
It was the cool pouch that it's like I can give it commands.
I will have to rewatch. It's currently been blanking on at the moment.
You gave. I remember you gave the Gray Fox Guild them, and then we never used them.
Oh, the pocket. Oh yeah, that thing. It's not an item in D&D Beyond yet, but I will add it. And yeah, it's like a little It's basically a smartwatch that can turn invisible and float around you in orbit.
Right. Okay.
Okay, but yeah. So all right. Other than that, I don't believe anybody else besides Oryx purchased anything of substance. Everybody else purchased food or lost money.
I purchased substance. I dropped 50 gold on a giant bucket of boardwalk fries, ice cream, and a lemonade. I think that's substance.
that is,
Dude.
you know what? Fair enough.
That's
Oh,
for realistic
Lord,
price
Boardwalk
too.
fries.
For what food? That adds up.
Mhm.
Boardwalk fries though are so good.
Exactly.
Almost
You
worth
can't
it.
even blame me.
Almost.
I'm going to the beach in like a month, and I'm just sitting here like I know for a fact I'm gonna get a huge bucket of Thrashers
Oh.
and just soak it in like vinegar.
You monster. Regardless,
What do you mean, you monster?
let me know if the music plays for you guys. Song.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Mhm.
I'm gonna switch up the music for the viewers because we are not in this section anymore. We are in. We're in the festival still. We're having a good time. So we're gonna open back up with Mr. Bo. So, sir, after you have completed your exploits with the game, you're admiring your 2 new items. The pocket is floating around you in orbit. Anytime you want to look at it, it seems to just kind of find itself wherever your gaze is. The shiny new, as its name is depicted, the Pixie Pistol, is just a nice little trinket that you have now. You fired it a few times, luckily not in the direction of anybody, since you know gun safety for the most part. And you can see like the big burst of sparkles that comes out with each shot. And luckily, it doesn't require special ammo, so it's not a complete scam.
Bad.
So, is there anything... I kind of laid you guys out on this map where, in general, you would be as of last session. Is there anything or anywhere you would like to go? Anyone you would like to go find?
So, I'm assuming there's new shops now that the festival's going on, right?
Yeah, there's a couple new places. There's not...
What are the new places?
There's some new blacksmith areas that are just kind of showing off their wares. Different ones do different things. A handful of new jewelry shops, candy stores. Mostly just things that are just minor that would like help people sell their business in other places or in the more like lessly populated areas of the city. Is there anything in particular you're looking for? Okay. You see 3. One is a familiar glass session, We Tulips Clothery. Another one is a more fancy, regal-looking tent that's kind of like designed to be in the shape of a castle. And the third one appears to just be a small-time, regular old tent, and you kind of just see like most of the equipment inside is posted outside, and the tent is more just like a backstage area.
The first one.
Okay. Oryx, by now you have left the area, so Bo, you do not see Oryx leave. You see a peculiar man standing there. He's waving around some of his fabric, showing it to like anyone who passes by, and he notices you actually approaching him. He's like, "Hello."